Today I'm back for some more jerk action with my new burger for 2015, the Jerk Burger. This delicious chicken burger is flavored with classic Jamaican ingredients like Scotch bonnet peppers, pimento berries or allspice, together with a whole bunch of other ingredients that make it super delicious. If you're new to my channel, hello, and if you've come back, I'm so happy to see you again. I do hope you come back often. I have new videos every Friday, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of them. This video is a very special Tastemade collaboration with my YouTube friends from around the world. We've put together some amazing burger recipes for you to try. Please make sure to stay tuned till the end of the video for all of these amazing recipes. Today I'm going to make a killer marinade. I'm going to process all of my ingredients together, and I've tweaked this recipe from my earlier jerk sauce recipe to make it a bit thicker. I'm going to start with all of the liquid ingredients. I've got a 1/4 cup of lime juice, followed by a 1/4 cup of dark soya sauce, a 1/4 cup of vinegar, 2 tablespoons of orange rind. I've got 2 tablespoons of chopped ginger and 8 cloves of garlic that I've just roughly chopped. I've also got half a red onion, and I'm going to follow that with 3 spring onions, and I'm using only the bulbs. I've got 2 tablespoons of fresh thyme. I just took all the leaves off my thyme earlier, as well as 4 Scotch bonnet peppers. Now I've cleaned these peppers and I've removed the seeds. I'm going to follow that with 1 teaspoon of pimento berries. Now this is typical in Jamaican cuisine. If you can't find pimento berries, you can just use Jamaican allspice. I'm also going to add 1 teaspoon of black peppercorns, 1 teaspoon of coriander, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, and a 1/4 teaspoon of clove powder. Now clove powder adds a really interesting flavor to the jerk. I'm going to also add 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of brown sugar to balance the salt and the spices. And it's ready to be blitzed. I'm simply going to process this till it's a lovely thick paste, and then I'm going to pour it into a bottle, and I can refrigerate it for up to 2 weeks. You can use this thick smoky paste to spice up some burgers, some barbecue chicken, or even a pot roast. Let's get started on the burgers. I've got 4 pounds of ground chicken, and to that I'm going to add 6 teaspoons of the jerk paste that I made earlier. I'm also going to add 4 teaspoons of granulated and dehydrated onion, as well as 4 teaspoons of garlic powder. I'm also going to add 2 teaspoons of salt. And now I'm going to add a couple of fresh ingredients. I've got about a 1/4 cup of red pepper confetti. Now this confetti is simply made by cutting a red pepper and chopping the skin up into little confetti-like pieces. I'm also going to add some thyme. I've got 2 to 3 teaspoons of these beautiful leaves. Now the red pepper and the thyme are going to add some beautiful color, but also bursts of flavor in this jerk burger. If you want the jerk flavor but not so much of the heat, you can add a bit less of the jerk paste. I would use about 2 to 4 teaspoons. But if you want suicide hot, you can add anywhere from 7 to 8 teaspoons of the jerk paste. But I would just caution you not to use too much of the jerk paste because your chicken mixture will get too soft. I'm going to mix all of the ingredients really well. You want to make sure it's well incorporated, but do not overmix. And now I'm ready to make my patties. I will typically weigh them till they're about 8 ounces, and I do this for 2 reasons. 1, I want to make sure it cooks evenly on the grill, and 2, I don't want my guests fighting over the bigger patty. So I'm going to weigh these, and now you can make these patties by hand, but I have a burger press, and I find this really, really easy. I'm just going to stack these up, and when they're ready, I'm going to lay them out on a tray with some parchment paper, and I'm going to dimple each one. Now I do this so they cook well on the grill and you don't have any rawness in the center of the patty. If you want to make these burgers right away, all you need to do is freeze them for an hour. But if you want to keep these for later, you can freeze these burgers for a long period of time. Often I will make large batches of these burgers, and I will separate them with a little bit of parchment paper in between each burger, and I make sure that they're well covered in cling film and plastic bags. Now, it's very easy to make these ahead because you always have them on hand when you have guests over or you want some jerk without the work. When you're ready to grill these burgers, take 2 teaspoons of the jerk marinade that we made and mix it together with some oil. Brush one side of these burgers with this delicious mixture and put it face down on a really hot grill. Now resist the urge to touch these burgers. They need to cook for at least 3 to 4 minutes so they get a beautiful grill mark on one side. When I know my burgers have a beautiful grill mark on one side, I'm going to brush the other side with some more of the marinade and oil, and I'm going to flip it. Resist the urge to press down on your burgers. That is the cardinal sin of grilling. You don't want to lose any of that juice. The burgers are ready and I can't wait to serve them. The smokiness of the Scotch bonnet pepper together with the pimento berries and the orange rind and lime juice and cinnamon and clove come right through in this burger, as well as the beautiful flecks of the red pepper and the green thyme leaves. It is absolutely a feast for the eyes and a feast for the mouth as well. Thank you so much for joining me on Kravings Food Adventures. Please do stay tuned for all of these other recipes from my YouTuber friends that are coming right up. Until I see you again, do take care. Bye.